but the fight itself.
Yes.
Talk about it. How did you guys? Let me ask you this, because the scorecards that I was seeing from people on Twitter, from people, I didn't think Rolly shut him out as was described. I will preface with, I thought Rolly did exceptional and much better than I thought he would.
3-2. I had it at the top.
Okay, I can see that. I can see 3-2.
I can see 3-2 either way.
Right around there. I wasn't scoring by the round, so I didn't have my number.
And as Carson just said, all respect to Rolly Romero. My man showed up. The moment wasn't too big. When he came out, Rolly, you interview Rolly a lot. He has a look like I'm blown away by the moment. His look is I'm blown away by the moment. When he got in the ring, he wasn't blown away by the moment. He was locked in. He knew what he wanted to do. Yeah. He was hitting the jab. I felt like maybe a little bit of conditioning affected that issue at the end with the big knock. I felt like
I thought it was just a little careless.
He slowed down a tad bit. Maybe got comfortable, Carson, because he was landing shots like, don't ever get comfortable.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with the kid. I thought his stock actually rose in the loss.
It did.
Of course.
Honestly, I thought
he has a name.
Yes.
He can sell tickets. He has a name.
Yeah.
And he needs to push. I know he wants to be formally known as Rolly. He needs to push that because everybody's Rolly. Push that.
Yeah. I also think a lot of the maybe the perspective of the scoring is, man, I didn't think he'd do good at all. So yeah, of course I'm giving him that round. So I think there was a little bit of that, like he's doing better than you expected, so you think he won the round. On the flip side of that, and someone made a good point on Twitter when I mentioned that, they said they think people would probably give Tank rounds just because he's Tank. Right. I was like, probably pretty good, fair give and take there, but what'd you think?
That's exactly what I said last week from a judging perspective. If you see what you expect to see, you're going to judge it one way. If you're surprised at what you see, you may judge it a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So first off, shout out to the Wynn Hotel and Casino. Shout out to Blue Wire Studios. This is exactly where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And we are having a great time. And we just want to thank them for hosting the Porterway podcast right here. I know I just made that sound real somber and like real.
And very just out of nowhere, but okay, go ahead.
Well, because, we got 1.2 on the watching us. But then beyond that, I forgot to do that when we first started.
And because this is the moment they all been waiting for. What did Shawn think of Tank and Rolly? So you pick the perfect time.
I'm going to tell them right here at the Wynn Hotel and Casino.
The peak audience.
Inside the Blue Wire Studios. Again, we thank them for having us. I was so surprised and impressed and feeling good about what Rolly was doing that I tweeted about it. Rolly, it seemed like he was only a step away, a few inches on a lot of swings away from doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that were concerned for a lot of different reasons, not just because he's got the big punch. I was concerned because of the way he was boxing. Me and Ann said the same thing. Like, he's boxing real long right now.
Yeah.
He's throwing a long jab to the body, and he's throwing a
stiff jab.
A long, stiff jab.
Some would say greatest jab in boxing.
No, I didn't
put him
say
on the list.
You don't put him on the list for that. But you got so much more from Rolly. Slow down. Don't show that yet. Slow down. You got so much more from Rolly than we all expected. To me, it ended up making the fight much better than I think it initially we expected it to be. We expected this to be a one-sided fight.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Bullet and Rolly's entire team. When you don't know the team, you don't know their capabilities. I don't think any of us had a clue what the game plan was going to be.
Yeah.
So much so that I started throwing some stuff out there. Maybe Rolly should do this. Maybe Rolly should do that. And then guess what? I don't know if Rolly's team is smart enough to think of these things. I'm no disrespect to them. I just don't know them well enough to know what they could do or would want to do. In my personal opinion, excellent game plan.
Yeah, I would agree.
Throw the jab out. Establish the center of the ring. Be the aggressor. Don't allow Tank to get aggressive and get comfortable. I mean, all of the little small things that were needed for Rolly to be successful in a losing effort, because I did not think he was winning at the point that he got knocked out. I thought that he was only a step behind and maybe a punch or two misses from winning rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely close rounds that I was giving to Tank, maybe because I'm expecting Tank to win. I mean, honestly, at this point, I've given up on judging fights.
Yeah.
When I do my commentary, I don't want them to ask me to judge a fight. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So, but overall, I just thought that we were getting so much more or getting everything that we expected. And I said, this is what I said on Twitter, like, yo, be patient, because both these guys are being patient in the ring. While you want all of these scraps to happen, they'll happen. Just be patient, and we were getting them.
Yeah, and Tank mentioned after in the post fight that a lot of his logic was that he felt some of the power early and was like, let me just not sit there and
First
bang
thing he
with
said
him.
after the fight was he could punch.
Yeah,
in the post fight.
He was like, let me just wait him out, find my spots. He didn't want to just sit there and throw with him, which he didn't. Again, as I mentioned with the Ramos fight, Tank didn't just run. Tank was boxing from the outside, so let's call that what it is.
He was moving. Yeah.
He was
when you
moving.
so when you
his output was low.
yeah.
Historically was low for his typical fights.
My man was escaping. Okay? Let's make it clear. Let's go between running and between boxing. He was escaping.
Okay.
My dude Rolly gave him some stuff that he had to escape from.
Absolutely.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
I think he touched him a couple times. He's like, okay.
There were moments where he moved because he needed to, and then there were other moments where he moved because Rolly was forcing him to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that while I gave most of the rounds to Tank, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this. So this is what I said on when we were in the barbershop. I said, I'm going to do, I'm so convinced that Rolly can't win this fight on the scorecards. I don't think he's going to win a round. I said, for every round Rolly wins, I'll do 25 push-ups. Not really even like thinking like everybody's got their own scorecard.
Yeah.
My scorecard read Rolly winning one round. And I was like, I'm hearing that like people had him winning until the knockout.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'm going to go in the middle of us.
That's what I was thinking.
And I'll do 25 push-ups for the average of rounds we felt like he won.
Carson?
What?
How many rounds Rolly won?
For me, like I said, I didn't score it directly, but I would say maybe 2. I was probably around 3-2 Tank, but not convincingly either way. But I didn't think, and I saw that a lot. And obviously, of course, Rolly's going to feel the way Rolly feels, that he won every round. And Teofimo, one of Rolly's good friends. Oh, yeah, he won every round. Teofimo Sr., he won every round. He didn't win every round.
No.
But a better performance out there.
It's hard to say 3-2 either way. I'm going to say he won 3, so you have to do 75 push-ups.
Perfect.
Ooh,
Boom. Done
you
deal.
had it 3.
All right, 3.
Damn, so I got to do 75 push-ups?
Easy work. Go ahead.
What about the 25 or the 1 that I said, right? Did that cancel out?
I mean,
one of
if
those
you
rounds?
want,
No, that don't average down.
Just give us 50, champ.
Yeah, go with 2. Go
I don't
with 2,
even know.
Carson.
Are you're gonna do that now?
Yeah. I don't have a
No.
choice.
We're not doing that now.
I'm doing it now.
All right, go ahead and do it now.
Yeah, y'all
I don't
can
know
keep talking.
I don't know.
All right,
If,
we got.
Y'all
we'll
don't
hold
need
it
me.
down. Yeah, we'll hold it down.
okay.
Can the cameras get him on the floor?
Where should he go?
All right, they said they can get you
Oh,
on
there
the
you go,
floor.
right there in the front.
This is ridiculous.
Look. Blue Wire Studios, they ready
All right,
for it?
yeah.
50 straight, Sean?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
50 straight. Hey, you
he can do
guys.
it.
He is
Sean
gonna get gassed, by the way.
literally about to do push-ups right now.
Oh, 100%. I don't know when the last time you did push-ups was, but I think it was before November
This is
20th.
wild.
I'm not counting them, but
Those are fast.
So, anyways,
yeah. So
I felt like Rolly.
yeah. So as I tell, what did you think of Rolly's performance? You're probably one of the people that has done the most interviews with him, where he was saying knocking him out in one round. I don't know why you guys think he's this good. What did you think of Rolly's performance overall?
Almost wanted to wait till Sean's done.
No,
I'll
we
start
need to
now.
talk.
Yeah,
We don't
I
want
got
the
you.
awkward silence.
I got you.
Just
I got
watching
you.
this husky guy do
No,
push-ups.
I like you said, I've been around Rolly a lot these last couple years. Super fun fighter to cover and watch. I thought he did a good job with that rangefinder. Just being busy with the rangefinder.
Your arms are gonna be so sore tomorrow.
He did a good job just being busy with that rangefinder to always know where Tank was and to have his distance right. And yeah, I thought he was doing well, but in the 5th round, Tank. Sorry, I'm losing some of the track of my thought.
You're good.
But Tank in the 5th round, his defense sharpened up, and kind of like Castaño against Charlo in the second half of their fight,
Just saw it starting to go a direction.
it made the aggressive guy get a little anxious and desperate once the other guy was starting to make him miss more often. And I saw that from Rolly, got anxious jumping in with that shot. So and Tank, to his credit, made the adjustment and figured it. But I saw it there in that 5th round that Tank had really gained his composure and was really comfortable in there, kind of like he was before the fight, laughing at everything Rolly was doing instead of meeting it head on. And he walks him into that shot, and it was a great job by Tank. And
Tank was laughing, having a good time, laughing with his mom dancing.
I actually felt a little bit different about that punch that landed and knocked Rolly out.
Let me ask you one thing first, because you guys were there. So Tank mentioned afterwards that somebody told him to press the action. Can you guys ID who it was? Because he said he wasn't going to name him. Was it Shawn?
Wait, about
No, it wasn't me.
Tank said after the fight that he was saying somebody in the crowd. He said, I'm not going to say who, but they kept yelling to press.
I'm not sure if it was Earl.
I don't know who that was.
At one time, he looked in Earl, Danny Garcia, and
Might
Ryan
have been
Garcia.
Ryan.
Yeah, and Ryan Garcia.
Ryan was rooting for him.
And he lost a little bit of cash on the bet he bet with EJ that Rolly was going to win.
And with Rolly, so I never said this before because everyone would look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead, be crazy.
But remember, natural talent is the things you're born with.
Yeah.
And there's guys walking the streets that'll never get in a boxing gym that have great natural talent for it.
Right.
And Rolly, watching him on the mitts over the years, is one of the most naturally talented fighters I ever got to cover in terms of being born with speed and power. And that's what and he has good timing. He has like a natural sense of timing, and he timed Tank a few times. He was staying on top of him with the rangefinder and waiting for Tank to throw so he could throw when he threw. And he's always had sneaky good timing with that, but he's basically getting by on natural talent.
Yeah.
He had 35 amateur fights, 14 professional fights, and yeah, he got by on natural talent. All you have to do is ever watch him hit the mitts and know this guy was kind of born with something special.
Yeah.
I just don't know if, he'll ever... he started at 17 years old.
Right.
He's almost like Wilder was.
Yeah.
Just
not a lifer in boxing.
yeah. So,
And-
and for Tank, I think he is one of the top 10 pound for pound fighters in the world. He's excellent. And
We got
yeah,
Let me
Super
say
chat, I'm
this.
guessing?
Super chat from Tip Bayless. Rolly should have fainted more having Tank on the ropes. I do agree with that. And I was really surprised to see Rolly fainting
A few times.
right out the blocks the way that he was. He opened up the fight fainting.
some of Tank's feints had Rolly like.
And Tank was
Jumped
fainting
way
too.
back,
I mean,
yeah.
like I just thought overall, like I'm seeing these small little things and all that. I just thought collectively it was a great fight. Want to go back to the knockout because
let's
even
do
right
that.
there, what Ted Bayless is saying right there, feints to come in may have kept you safe and may have set you up for success. I thought that Rolly was taking chances throughout the fights, throughout the fight, and I thought that most of the chances Rolly took, it was multiple punches. It wasn't just one punch. He was coming in exploding. He's an explosive fighter, and he was coming in exploding with ones and twos and hooks and the whole nine. That specific moment, we can show it now. That specific moment, he actually decided to lunge in with just one shot.
A wide shot too.
And it worked right into the rhythm of Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a counterpuncher by nature. It's a small pullback counter, and that's what it was that closed the door for Rolly. Had Rolly come in with the multiple combinations or the multiple punches that he had been doing previously, that moment I don't think would have ended being the moment that it ended up being. He was taking moments throughout the fight, and I thought that he was having some success, and it was setting things up. But right there, he decided to take a moment with one shot, and it worked right into the rhythm.
I was gonna say against a guy like Tank Davis,
It
one
worked
shot's all it takes
right
sometimes.
into the rhythm.
Big puncher.
And it was a pull counter with the left. And this is what we said at the barbershop. They said, well, whoever can capitalize on the mistakes, that's who's gonna win this fight. I said, no, I agree with you 100%. I said, but Rolly is not a guy who is fundamentally sound enough, and I don't think has enough experience from an eye standpoint
To see when a mistake is
to
happening.
see it and capitalize on it.
Yeah.
I said, but guess what? Tank does, and Tank did. You know what I
was it.
mean? So yeah, I mean, we
Great
can't
shot.
say. I don't think we said enough about that shot too.
Yeah.
And he didn't say it was a big. He said it wasn't even a big.
Yeah, he said he
punch.
didn't really throw it that hard.
But with the counter,
we walked
And
him
into
his-
coming
it.
forward,
yeah, I was gonna say
the
his-
way his body was tense.
Very much. The comparison was Pacquiao Marquez.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must
using-
feel good, to
uses momentum against them.
to vanquish your antagonist. That has to feel good.
And with not that big of a shot, must be a nice luxury to have.
And a
Right.
great decision by the referee to stop the fight.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, his legs was
100%.
gone.
I don't know if people had an argument about that. I didn't hear boos when the fight was over.
Few people felt like he should have let him go.
But people,
hell no.
boxing is evolving. I've been
know.
saying that for a little while now, and it's just not what it used to be. Back in the day, 10 years ago, that fight keeps going. 10 plus years ago, that fight keeps going.
I think people only would have wanted that to see Tank really
and that's what I told. That's what I told Chase. I was like, "Yo, only reason we let that go is for a highlight reel." I said the highlight reel is not worth this dude's health. You know what I mean? And so you guys just got to get used to the way boxing is going to go. The counts are going to go a little longer now, and for that referee to do his determination, he's going to take the fighters through a little bit of a
legs weren't there,
procedure and a protocol before we see it.
And I know a lot of you guys don't care about Rolly or boxers if you're not personally knowing them, but you gotta think about the kid's health. Like, there's no point in that dude just taking a beating for no reason. If the ref can save him,
young guy,
save him.
Yeah, he got long career. He's
a lot of fights ahead of him.
Yeah.
I would love to see him and Pitbull Cruz at some point.
Great fight.
Be a war.
Great fight.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.